Hi and welcome to Kids Guitar Zone. In this lesson we're going to learn how to play Wild Thing using A, D and E chords. Okay, so in Wild Thing there are three chords. There's the A chord, the D chord and the E chord, and it's played like this using those three chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, D, E, E, D, D, A, D, D, E, Alright, let's get started. So, we had a look at the A chord in the previous lesson, but let's have another look at it just to make sure you've got it. So, if you look at the chord window, we've got the numbers 1, 2 and 3 on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings, all behind the 2nd fret. And with our right hand, we're going to play 5 strings. We're not going to play this string here, the 6th string. We're going to play from the 5th string down like this. Okay? Let's make sure you've got that chord. So, I want you to play on beat 1 after I count you in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3. Again. A, 2, 3. One more time. 2, 3. And last time. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I should say that with your right hand, at the moment, all I want you to be doing is strumming down. Alright, let's look at the next chord now. The next chord is the D chord. If you look at the chord window, you'll be able to see a 1, a 2 and a 3 on the strings again. So again, this means you're using your first finger, your second finger and your third finger. Alright, let's try and figure out how to play it. So, your first finger, the 1, goes on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. Okay, get that and hold it down. Next, your second finger, your long finger, goes on the 2nd fret on the 1st string. So this means that you haven't touched the 2nd string yet. You're skipping over one. So first finger, second finger. Lastly, your third finger is going to go here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now, a good way to remember the shape of the D is it's kind of in an arrow shape pointing this way. Alright, so hold your fingers down there on the D. Now at the top of the chord window you can see 2 crosses and 1 O. The 2 crosses mean you're not going to play the 6th string and you're not going to play the 5th string. You're going to play from the 4th string down, so you'll be playing 4 strings. Should sound like this. Okay? So, make sure you've got your fingers on the D chord, and we're just going to play it 4 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, Alright, that's the D chord. The last chord in Wild Thing is the E chord. Let's have a look at the E chord now in the chord window. Again, you can see we're going to use our first, second and third fingers. Okay, so starting with the first finger is going to go on the first fret of the third string right here. Okay, next take your second finger, put your second finger on the second fret of the fifth string. Lastly, your third finger is going to go on the second fret of the fourth string right here underneath your second finger. Alright, now you can see at the top of the chord window there are no crosses, there are only O's. That means you're going to play all 6 strings like this. Alright, so make sure you've got your E chord ready. We're going to play it 4 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we know how to play an A chord, a D chord and an E chord. Now let's learn how to put them together so that we're playing Wild Thing. If you look at the tab above, you'll see the letters written A, D, E and D. This is what's called a chord progression, meaning that we're going to play an A chord, then a D chord, then an E chord, then a D chord. And if we play it over and over again, we're going to get the chords from Wild Thing. Now, here comes the tricky part. We're going to try and play A, then D, then E, then D, one after another, and we're going to try and play it in time. So I'm going to count to 4, and on beat 1 you're going to play A, and then D, then E, then D. What I mean is this: 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Now, starting out with chords is pretty tough. So trying to change the chords quickly, it takes time for your fingers to catch up with what you're trying to do. So what I want you to do is, say after you play A to changing fingers to D, ready for beat 1 of the next bar. Like this. A to change your fingers to D and D to changing fingers to E and to changing fingers to D and. Alright. Okay, now let's try and play all 4 chords in time, nice and slow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, change your fingers to D, and D, 2, change your fingers to E, and E, 2, change your fingers back to D, 2. Let's do it again, and A, 2, change your fingers to D, and D, 2. Change your fingers to E and E, 2. Back to D and D, 2. Okay, let's do that again. And A, 2. Change your fingers to D, D, 2. Change your fingers to E and E, 2. Change your fingers back to D and D, 2. Change your fingers to A and A, 2. Now play D and D, 2. Change your fingers back to E and E, 2. Change your fingers to D and D, 2. Alright, we'll stop it there. Now, if you couldn't keep up, don't worry. That's not surprising, this is quite difficult to do. What I want you to do, if you couldn't keep up, is practice out of time first. Just take your time, changing between A, find D, play D. Don't worry about keeping in time, then go to E. Alright, got my E, and then back to D. However long it takes you is okay. This is something that you need to practice a lot. If you were able to keep up, fantastic. We're going to move on now. We're going to play it a little bit faster. We're going to do it over 2 beats like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, D, 2, E, 2, D, 2, like that. So it's a little bit more challenging. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, D, 2. E, 2, D, 2, A, 2, D, 2, E, 2, D, 2, again, A, 2, D, 2, E, 2, D, 2, last time, A, 2, D, 2, E, 2, D, 2, and stop. Okay, if you can keep up, fantastic. We're going to try it a little bit faster. If you couldn't keep up, that's fine. Rewind the video and try it again. If this takes you even a few weeks, don't worry about it. It is quite difficult. Just keep practicing. Alright. Now you can see on the tablature we've added more letters. So it now reads A, D, D, E, E, D, D. What this means is where it says A, we're going to take an A chord and we're going to play it twice with our right hand, like this. Okay, so the way it should sound when we play it is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and A, D, D, E, E, D, D. So now we're really playing Wild Thing. We've added more strumming and we're playing Wild Thing. A little bit slow, but that's all good. Alright, let's try it. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, D, E, E, start. A, D, D, E, E, D, D, again. A, D, D, E, E, D, D, A, D, D, E, E, D, D. Alright, now we're actually playing the song. If you can keep up, fantastic. We're going to try it a little faster. If you couldn't keep up, that's alright. Rewind the video, have another try. Otherwise, let's keep going a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, D, E, E, D, D, A, D, D, E, E, D, D. Two more times. A, D, D, E, E, D, D. Last time. A, D, D, E, E, D, D. Okay, if you can keep up, fantastic. We're going to try it faster. If you couldn't, rewind the video, try it again. Otherwise, let's go this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and A, D, D, E, E, D, D, A, D, D, E, E, D, D, A, D, D, E, E, D, D, A, D, D, Okay, there you have it. That's how to play most of Wild Thing, just using 3 chords, A, D and E. It is a little bit challenging to do chords. If you haven't got it straight away, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing. Eventually your fingers will catch up and you'll be able to play it.
For more free guitar lessons and guitar tips, please visit www.kidsguitarzone.com.